Jones and Wolscombe.
I beg leave to ask the question standing in my name on the order paper.
Carbon Budget 6, which was set out in 2021 and is current from 2033 to 2037 and was subject to several legal challenges, is now in the hands of the present government, and the Secretary of State has carried out a full and rigorous assessment of the package, policies and proposals prior to publishing the recent Carbon Budget and Growth Delivery Plan, and concluded that it will enable Carbon Budget 6 to be met. He will continue to monitor policy delivery and keep the package under review.
You can imagine this is something that concerns me. I thank the Noble Lord for the answer, by the way. You can imagine this is something that does concern me because the last government did lose 2 court cases about this because they were not going to achieve what they were aiming for. And we've just had Carbon Budget 7. And so I'm quite curious about whether this government has really done the right risk assessments. The previous National Security Assessment says that nature damage will have cost 12% of GDP by 2030. Relative to what could have been. So if Labour is interested in GDP, it really ought to sort itself out on the issue of the environment.
Well, we haven't got the announcement of Carbon Budget 7 until the summer, but the Noble Baroness might care to think about what the process of looking again at Carbon Budget 6 was after those legal judgments, particularly. And indeed, the government has taken a much more robust approach to developing the plan, which has allowed us to take a much clearer and more rational assessment of the savings that will enable carbon budgets to be met and quantify them fully. And we've also quantified a number of real-world trends, rather important today, that are shaping our society and economy. It means our assessment reflects how we would expect the world to change as we accelerate towards net zero. And none of these things were done at the time of the setting out of the Carbon Budget 6 by the previous administration, and indeed were part of the legal challenge that went in on those budgets. So that is the reason why we consider that actually Carbon Budget 6 can be met, in addition to which, of course, there are a number of new policies and directions that have come forward since this new government has taken office.